team! Sophia, what are we doing today?
Today we're talking about the movie Pompeii and its depiction of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. And
in 79 AD?
Yes, and is it accurate, is it not accurate? We're going to talk about that today.
Just for some context, Mount Vesuvius is an active stratovolcano, a subduction zone caused by the collision of the African plate and the Eurasian plate.
Exactly, and for some context on the film that we're analyzing, Pompeii was released in 2014. Obviously, its purpose is to entertain. Its purpose is not to be super scientifically accurate, which kind of sensationalizes the event so that audiences can enjoy it. But today, like I said, we're really going to dive into what the movie got right, what it got wrong, and how this compares to reality.
So looking at what the film got right, pyroclastic flows, volcanic ash, earthquakes, and Pliny's letter does a great job of illustrating these, so we know they're pretty accurate to the film. Specifically, he talks about, in his first letter about the event, talks about volcanic ash becoming hotter and thicker and making it hard to see. And you should go deeper into that,
Yeah,
Sophia.
Sure. In his first letter, he also talks about how his uncle was personally suffocated by the dense fumes that choked him, and so that this really confirms the presence of the volcanic ash that you can see in the movie by the clips that we're showing. Another thing the film got right was the pyroclastic flows, as you can see in the following clip. A journal published in the Journal of Research and Didactics in Geography confirms that they did in fact follow the eruption, like shown in the movie. And while not explicitly shown in the film, the journal also claims that the pyroclastic flows are at fault for the victims of the event who were found in that volcanic ash that we mentioned earlier. This is what caused the quote-unquote boxer position or posture that a lot of victims of Pompeii were found in. Lastly, what Pliny the Younger confirms that this movie got right in his letters was the existence of earthquakes. In his first letter, Pliny the Younger reports that the earth had been shaking for several days before the eruption, and in his second letter, he says that during the night of the first day of the eruption, homes were shaken by the earthquakes. So the movie definitely got this right, as you can see by the ground shaking in these clips. Now, Pliny also describes what we know now to be a tsunami accompanying these earthquakes, but the film didn't really get this part right.
You know what? I'll take that. A tsunami that large did not occur, certainly not strong enough to crash a ship into the harbor like the film depicts. It's just looking at our sources and our research, we found that just was not likely and that just would not have happened the way the film sensationalized it to look like. But the main thing I want to focus on that the film did not get right was that it was not one large eruption. Looking at Pliny's letters, as we mentioned earlier, the ground was shaking for several days. So what we see in the film was this like large sudden boom when they're all in the Colosseum, that just simply would not have happened. That wasn't the case. And the dates of the letters alone suggest the eruption was not a single day event because they're dated August 24th to 26th, which, hey, that's going to be 2 days, at least. Mm-hmm. Something else I want to nitpick at as a historian is that women would not have had those freedoms during that time. Hurts me to say as a woman, because you gotta love women, you gotta love feminists standing up, but that unfortunately just wasn't accurate.
That's very true. Thank you for pointing that out, Olivia.
Yeah, of course.
So to sum up, the movie got a few things right, but it definitely got a lot wrong, like the duration of the event, which has a huge impact on how we as a society...
Also, the volcano did not produce lava bombs, by the way.
There you go.
It's not gonna happen from that type of volcano.
No lava bombs. Even though the movie isn't totally accurate, it humanizes the event and increases awareness of the event. Obviously, it's something super important to talk about because it had a huge impact on a whole community.
Especially today with global warming and these conditions getting worse, now more than ever we need to have empathy and be aware of the destruction that natural disasters can cause.
And I hope personally that even though this movie is to entertain, that it at least teaches something. It teaches people about the existence of this event and could inspire other people to do what we did and look into what's accurate and what isn't accurate.
Now for the final question, Sophia, is this going to be on your Letterboxd top 4?
Not today.
Not mine. I think I would give it a 3 stars.
I'd say 3 stars.
I mean, it's entertaining, not super accurate.
Yeah. Solid movie. Not
overall,
my favorite.
Hit up Netflix, go check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments below. See you next time.